How would you like to live in Lead and Deadwood, South Dakota? Well, today we're taking a drive through those cities to give you a feel of what it's like to live in Lead, Deadwood in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Hey everybody, it's Tristan Emond with Mindful Living Realty, a realtor right here in Rapid City, South Dakota, the gateway to the Black Hills. Lead and Deadwood are sometimes called the Twin Cities in the northern Black Hills. They're only a few minutes from each other, about an hour away from Rapid City, and only about 20 minutes from Sturgis and Spearfish. They include such things as historical Main Street in Deadwood and Terry Peak Ski Area in Lead. It's time to check it out. All right, here we are heading into Deadwood, South Dakota. We're coming from the interstate, so exit 17 drops you right into Deadwood. And I love this little hill coming up over, looking into the valley. It's a great place to start. Of course, this is casino land, so you'll see a lot of resorts. Off to the left is Tatanka, which is a Kevin Costner inspired attraction. You see a lot of Kevin's influences around here. I think he would have more influences. He was going to build a train that went from the airport all the way here, but that didn't pan out. That'd be kind of cool. It's beautiful in the fall when you look ahead and you see the different leaves on the leaves colors on the hillsides. If you take a left up here, this is Highway 14A. That'll take you to Sturgis. Kind of a cool drive called Boulder Canyon. Immediately to the left, you can see the Days of 76 Museum. That's also a lot of events taking place there at the fairgrounds, rodeos, snow crosses in the wintertime. Aside from gambling, Deadwood is crazy cool with events of all kinds. There's bands, there's concerts, there's cool Deadwood nights, there's car shows. It just seems like there's always something going on. What's that about? During Halloween, you can come up here for Dead Weird. Of course, a lot of historical buildings. Up on the hillside, you'll see some homes up on the hillside. A lot of those are turn of the century, if not before. Here we are, Main Street, Deadwood. A double-decker bus. Forward. Parking is a premium here to make sure that you have patience to find parking space. Plan on walking. Not only is Deadwood famous for its casinos, but also history, art. A lot of history in the. Not only is Deadwood famous for its history, but also not only do we have lots of casinos here, we also have lots of history. There's a lot of different places to go see stuff, see A lot of different attractions and museums and collections. Great architecture. These brick streets are awesome. Coming up here, we have Outlaw Square. This is a recent addition the past few years and has been the main center focal point of all of their events. They had Shine down here. They've had some pretty high-end country artists coming here. It's been quite a venue for them up here. And then in the wintertime, they have what's called glice. So you can go ice skating, almost glice skating, I guess. I came up here in September for the Deadwood Jam, and they had some bluegrass and some jazz stuff, like jazz bands playing. That was really kind of cool. Even off Main Street, a lot of cool buildings, interesting things to see. Oh, and a wedding. The gray building back there in the distance, that is the Deadwood Mountain Grand. Again, that's a great convention center that has all sorts of events as well. We went to a home free concert there. I know there's been a lot of other country artists there, especially. They've got other um, events that they have there at that building as well. And just past at the light, it's called there's an old gas station, and that's a great coffee shop. And also, we've gone there before to do some glass blowing. Kind of a cool place. Look, another Family Dollar. So as you can tell, we're about out of Deadwood, and already we've barely seen any housing. A lot of the housing was up on top of the hill behind Main Street Deadwood, and then you can see we're coming up to some up here as well. Very old homes stacked up on the hill. Very cool homes, though, some of them. The monument does have a hospital up here, a clinic. Kind of see the style and the architecture here on these homes off to the right. A little more housing here off to the left as you kind of go up the hill a little bit. And that really is the extent of Deadwood. Now, as we go along this road, and the majority of Deadwood properties is going to be kind of down the road here. We'll get to the junction here in a second. But just around Deadwood itself, there's not a lot of homes that are there. And if you do find one, that's going to be a pretty rare find. It's definitely going to be old. It's definitely going to be historic. Might need some considerable work. So more of the homes in the Deadwood area, more around Deadwood, acreages nearby. So this road is going to take us to Lead, South Dakota. No, it's not Lead. It is Lead. Chubby Chipmunk. Chocolates. This area actually is called Pluma. It's kind of the in-between Deadwood and Lead. If you take a left here, that takes you down to 385, takes you all the way down to Hot Springs, and where a lot of the houses and acreages are down that way. Here we are heading to Lead. Lead was historically famous for the open cut gold mine. It had since shut down, and now the Sanford Underground Research Lab is way down, playing with quarks and stuff in the old outer darkness. Really cool research lab. They have a neutrino day, which is really cool time to kind of explore the science and explore what they're doing. Certainly a feather in the cap for Lead and South Dakota to have that underground research lab here. Considerable more housing here in Lead, although it is still kind of built up on hills. They plan to have lots of steps to get to where you're at. Make sure we look out for foundational issues. The remnants of the mine all over town, with buildings still around. These different different things that are built to move the gold back and forth. Here's the open cut mine. Let's stop and take a look. If you're here during the 4th, come up here because they do fireworks over the pit. This looks kind of really cool. I've seen some pictures of it. And we're heading up through downtown Lead. Again, when you're working in the hills, you have tall buildings and narrow, skinny streets. A few more services here in Lead than you have in Deadwood, since Deadwood is a huge, a little more of a tourist area than Lead is. As we head out left here, this takes you to Terry Peak, which is the snow ski hill, and a lot of developments out that way. Take a look at this housing down out this way. It's a little more typical Lead right here. Older homes right along the street. Garage right now next to the street with the stairs kind of going up to the actual house. Now, they do get a lot of snow here. They average 195 inches of snow a year compared to Rapid City's 50. But they know how to take care of snow up here. They can plow into all sorts of places. And back around, we'll go behind the school over here and around back to the area next to the downtown area. A lot of cars around here when the school's in session. Now up here's where it gets interesting. This is where the older homes are built, and you've got a lot of really skinny streets and a lot of one-way streets. So you got to make sure you know where you're at. A couple of times I was trying to get somewhere and I couldn't get there because, well, it was a one-way street going up. Buy a house up here and make sure that you know where your access is, where your parking is. Looked at one property, actually just kind of down the hillside over here, and you actually had to park down there, and there was a good 40 feet of stairs going up that you had to get to get to the house. I'm not going to go down there, but just to kind of give you an idea of the hillside. That's quite a slope going down. Move, puppy. Homes up here can be a little cheaper than some other areas, but you're looking at older homes on, that are a lot tighter. There's a reason that they're cheaper, of course. And it's all one way. Taking you around in circles. That home is really cool right there. Really cool homes around here, though. Back to Main Street. We're gonna head look at these homes up on the other side. A little more space up on the right-hand side here that we'll walk around here. This is Highway 14 coming out of here. We're gonna head out of Lead. This is gonna take us back to Deadwood. And halfway down, we'll hit the little town called Central City. But everything you need, in Lead and Deadwood, we have your grocery store, we have Ace Hardware, there's a clinic. Should have everything you need within Lead Deadwood, just not some of the major shopping, of course. In Lead, Deadwood, and Central City proper, shall we say, within the city limits, in 2021 there are 120 sales. The average sale price was $208,500, and the median was about $180,000, with an average of 53 days on the market. However, if you're looking for a home around the Lead Deadwood area into the Black Hills, you can expect to spend considerably more than this average price point. So we are on the top side of Main in Deadwood. This is where a lot of the main homes are. Some of them are places to stay, Airbnbs. Everybody, Lead and Deadwood in the books. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what kind of questions you have about the area, homes in the area, living in the area. Make sure you understand about the snow. Make sure that winter is long here, just to give you that idea. And yeah, see you later.